Good evening, Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to another edition of the MMB Live Show. I'm your host, Angela Green, Executive Director of On Location Memphis. Now, with full disclosure, I must say that we are not live tonight. This is actually pre-recorded. And the reason why we're not live is because tonight we are actually at the screening of Coming to Africa, which is the first film that one of our MMB music scores actually scored the film. And so that was Kirk Smith. And so we wanted to make sure that we were there to support that screening, which is a part of the Memphis in May activities for this year. They're honoring Ghana. So that's the reason why we're not live and why we're pre-recorded. But we could not miss having a show tonight because we have some exciting news to announce, a new program that is going to launch this month with On Location Memphis. And we have with us tonight Darius Wallace, who's here to share about this, to make the announcement and to share his involvement with the program and to give you all the information about it. So, and then of course, I have Christie Taylor with me to give us the news and everything else that entertainment and film news that is out there. So without further ado, I'm just going to bring Christie up on to the virtual stage so that we can get everything on and popping. How you doing?
On and popping here on this live show.
Live show.
Live. Okay, well, first of all, hey, lady, it's nothing like being able to be in two places at one time. And
I know.
Shout out to Anwar Jameson, who is the filmmaker of Coming to Africa. Shout out to Kirk, being able to rep us from the MMB by scoring the film. And it has been literally all around the world.
Yes, it has.
From Dubai to South Africa, just throughout Ghana. I mean, so many places. So
many places, so many awards. It's been nominated.
In Vegas,
it's streaming right now. So if you're not with us in Memphis, but you still want to see the film, you can go to any of Amazon
Prime, yes,
Amazon Prime, and look it up, and you too can watch Coming to Africa, and it's an awesome film. So what we got going on in the world of music?
The world of music?
Music and film.
Music and film. Well, I'm going to take my chance here and jump in with the world of film. How about them Cowboys? Okay, I know it doesn't make any sense. Well, how about those Grizzlies?
Oh, yes, I did hear. So we actually won.
Yes,
we are in the second round of the playoffs.
Yes, we are. And that's theatrical because they gave a lot of theatrics. And matter of fact, they're like, our boy, Ja, he should be the new swoosh. They say he should be the new logo of the NBA because that dunk. Woo! Okay, so of course that is truly not all the way theatrical as in movie releases, but that was a lot of drama.
Yes.
But when it comes to what is actually happening in the world of film, how about that Cinecon?
Oh yeah, we missed it, but I know you're gonna bring us all up to date on what the announcements were for Cinecon.
Well, first of all, let me tell you, they had last year, they did it in August. It's always in the spring, but due to the fact that the world has shut down 2020 and people were slowly getting into motion in 2021, they held their first Cinecon in August in Vegas of last year. And then, of course, it was this time, April the 24th through the 27th, Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. And if you go to the website, you will see all of the thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank y'all for being awesome and amazing. And I just decided to just deep dive into all of the different headlines on like the Wrap. Also, I checked out Variety, Deadline, even the Hollywood Reporter, just to find out what everybody is saying about it. And let me tell you, the biggest takeaway is that the post-pandemic excitement, there's too many superheroes, but there's a lot more diversity. And one more thing I want to say is, what about this streaming war? Because literally, this Cinecon was almost like the exhibitors, which are the theatrical companies across the country and world, have come back with major swagger. Now, you remember we talked about the streaming wars and who was going to win. Of course, Netflix and Disney were battling it out. But you also had on the ropes were the exhibitors, because in many cases, a lot of the studios were releasing their blockbuster films that normally would go straight to theater. They were doing like dual releases. Well, apparently, as of CineCon 2022, hey, the studios are making good or playing nice with the exhibitors again, because they have so many superhero movies that are coming out, and they are ready to get people back in those seats. And let me tell you, one of the ones that I definitely want to talk about, because first of all, I'm a Marvel lover. Yes, I love Marvel, but let me kind of go here. So the biggest takeaway they said is that Sony hit their victory lap for Spider-Man No Way Home being the third highest grossing movie in they said in box office history stateside, and they definitely are looking forward to some other amazing things like Bullet Train, which is going to be an intense and comedic action thriller that has Brad Pitt. Also, Viola Davis has a action epic, yes, a historical action epic, and I think it has to do with The Woman King, which is about Harriet Tubman, if I'm correct. And then there was the real life version of Black Panther. Where they're touting it as the real life version of Black Panther. And please forgive me, I just did it incorrect. Viola Davis is playing that historical action epic called The Woman King, which is literally the real life version of a Black Panther, which is African based. So please forgive me for those who are watching this, but there are some chatter that there's a Harriet Tubman movie that's in the works. But the other one that also happened, speaking of Black Panther, is they did do a screening, but they're not the most talked about. Black Panther Wakanda Forever is not being the most talked about at the CineCon this year, but rather it's actually Doctor Strange. So actually I looked it up, because, of course, that's from the Marvel Universe. And I was like, why wasn't Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Well, when you look at both of the trailers, I guess Ryan Coogler is still shooting, because there wasn't a lot of narrative in the trailers for Wakanda Forever, but Doctor Strange really did do a more elaborate trailer. And matter of fact, at Cinecom, they said it was like 15 minutes that was screened. And the biggest one that a lot of people are chatting about is Avatar 2. Avatar 2 is like the talk of Cinecom. But of course, The Rock was there, or should we say Dwayne Johnson, put some respect on his acting name. And there are 28 movies that they're saying. Of course, you can go to Cinecom.com to check it out, or even go to Yahoo News. They have 28 movies that everybody's excited to see after watching footage at Cinecom 2022, including, did y'all know that Tom Cruise was back? Yeah, Tom Cruise. Top Gun Maverick was also one of the biggest ones, in addition to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So those are the two ones: Avatar, the Way of Water, Top Gun Maverick, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And even though Black Panther Wakanda Forever, for whatever reason, maybe it's because we're pre-taping, my language skills are really poor today. But yeah, those are the ones that are really the talk of the town at this moment. So even though I was kind of all over the place, what was the takeaway? Theater is coming back. And
so yeah, I think it's long overdue for Avatar 2. I don't know. I think I heard the reason why he's taking so long is he's waiting for the technology to kind of basically evolve to the point where he could tell that story exactly the way he wanted to tell it. Although when he dropped Avatar, what it was in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was still quite amazing, as far as what they did with the 3D and all this other stuff. I mean, I totally enjoyed this. I think I have the DVD here. So Avatar 2, everyone is definitely going to be waiting for that. I think I heard that they're going to actually do a Barbie movie. Margot Robbie, I think, is supposed to star in that. Wow. And I remember I was thinking to myself, have I been waiting for a Barbie movie?
But no, did you know that
anyway, but there may be quite a few people who are waiting for a Barbie movie. So, but that's
what actually doing this too. Did you know that Toy Story was taking that Toy Story took their action figure and now has an entire movie built around him?
Yes. You're talking about
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes,
looking
yes, yes.
forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing
They
that.
said that played well too at CineCon. They said they played well.
Mm-hmm.
So
So yeah,
that's enough about
yeah,
the
I'm
movies.
definitely
That's
looking.
enough about the theatrics. But can we
It's
say once again, go Grizz? Okay, I'm
well,
done.
just speaking on the music side, I still want to, really iterate to all our music creatives that they really need to be looking into this cryptocurrency space, and they need to be looking into NFTs in particular. And so, I don't know if any of you all are familiar with a website called oneof.com. I'm mentioning it because this year they partnered with the Grammys. And the Grammys actually released an NFT, a free NFT that they gave out around Grammy time to basically celebrate the Grammys. And so I wanted to share my screen so I can kind of just show you all what they're doing out here with NFTs, and specifically some of the other drops, because you have many of the many artists who are working with them to basically do these NFT drops. And I was trying to see if I can get to the drops that have already taken place. So you see, many of you are familiar with the Breakfast Club. They have another drop. They've done a drop. They have another drop coming on right now. You have the Monroe Jazz Festival that has a drop that's coming on. Notorious B.I.G. They have a drop coming up pretty soon. And you see here, this was the Grammys drop that they did 20 days ago. And I'll just show you what that NFT looks like. It's really cool. And this was the one that was for free. Of course, it's sold out. But they have a lot of really cool things. It's really neat. It's really neat what they're doing. I mean, these are essentially collector's items. And if you're able to get any of these NFTs, and I think they had two that they had given out for free, but others are going on the market and people are buying these. And so I actually purchased one of the NFTs for an artist that had her drop a couple of days ago. It wasn't an artist that I was familiar with, but I thought I would support her in what she was trying to do. So it's something that I think artists really do need to look into. The NFT space is here to stay. The metaverse is all here to stay. And right now we're in the early stages. So this is the time now to get involved, to learn, and be one of those early adopters.
One of the things that I like about the element of the NFTs and the metaverse is that it blends all levels of artistry, because you have the music, you have the visual, you have the graphic, you have digital design, you have interactive media. All of the different aspects of digital art is on full display. So you can find your niche and explore it in true fashion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back with our special guest.
Yes. Woo! Shout out to the Tennessee
Entertainment Commission. They are a full supporter of On Location Memphis and the MMB, and we definitely appreciate that support. And if you are a music creator or a film creator or any type of creator in Memphis, definitely check out the Tennessee Entertainment Commission. They have plenty of resources out there for you to help you with your creative activities, as well as all the information on how to really jumpstart and move your career along in Tennessee. So definitely want to support them. So now, we have been taking last 3-4 years, we have been building out this cinematic ecosystem what we are now calling it. Because I'll admit, when we first started on this journey, we did not realize that is what we were doing. We just knew that creatives in the film and music space here in Memphis, Tennessee, Shelby County, we need to start monetizing the content that we're creating. And we know Memphis is known for music. Now it's known for film. And these creatives are creating content like crazy year after year. And it was time for them to be able to monetize that within the city. And so we knew we were doing that and we were moving on. But now, as things have gone on, the Memphis Music Banq first, the Artour Club second, now we are ready to present the third leg of our cinematic ecosystem. And here to make that announcement for us is our newest member of the team, Mr. Phil Darius Wallace.
Woo! Sound effects, sound effects, sound effects.
Hello. Can y'all
Hello.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, very good.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you. Well, we're glad you are here. We're glad you're on the team. Just take us back, because actually this brainchild was brought to me by Phil. He had an idea and he brought it to me, and I said, you know what, let's run with it. So let's go back to that idea and what it was that you brought to me, and why did you feel like that was something that could work here in Shelby County?
Sure. Well, I probably should go all the way back. I don't even know how I met you. I think I met you through someone, and I'm not even
right
sure how or why. But I know I did a film, as far as a director, most people know me for a film I did some time ago called 100 Lives. And somewhere in the mix, we met. And I can't even remember exactly how that all came about. And but you became head of, or you took over On Location Memphis. And so you basically showed a viewing of 100 Live, screened it. And you and I started to get into discussions about film and the film market and all that stuff. And then we did some other work together. I think we helped a little bit with my one-person show, because I'm predominantly an actor. And so we've just been in touch ever since. But the thing that has always bothered me a little bit is that there's so many artists. As a matter of fact, Rob Pitts, who was my cinematographer, that basically mentored me to help me direct 100 Lives and what have you. He was a brilliant artist.
Yes, he was.
That wasn't making enough money. He didn't have insurance. And I still don't understand what happened to him. He's passed away. He's transitioned. Has gone home. But that bothered me. I have actor friends that are professional actors that have passed. One is younger than me. One is about 15 years older than me. And it was a health insurance issue. And I'm sure that a part of it also was an income issue. And there are a lot of suffering artists in Memphis. And there are a lot of entities that make a lot of money off of artists in Memphis. And not just in Memphis, all around the country. And let me make it very clear, Memphis has been very supportive of me. My entrepreneurial artist self really came alive here in Memphis. Memphis has adopted me. I'm originally from Flint, Michigan. Memphis has nurtured me. The people have supported me. Theaters have supported me. So I have a great appreciation for all the energy and support that Memphis has to give. But I also do know, too, it's a fact that a lot of Memphis filmmakers and people involved with film and theater and so forth are hurting financially, and also soulfully, because they're not able to make a living at it. And so what that did was it caused me to think of what can we do, at least on the film side, to encourage more support for artists that are in the film world. And because of the digital technology, we can do some great movies now for under $100,000. So I said to myself, well, how do you profit from that? Well, of course, now we've discovered that you can, through streaming. But also too, the thing that I thought about was, well, if you can do a film under $100,000, well, there's a lot of community theaters that are doing plays and productions that are in that range between $10,000 and $100,000.
Right.
And so what would it look like to do a not-for-profit film company or film organizations, probably a better way to put it, where films can be made off of not-for-profit dollars, and artists can live, they can work. And then, of course, you have the idea of the workforce development program, which is really important to Memphis because a lot of filmmakers come, they see Memphis, they leave because there's not enough support. Because a lot of people don't know enough to help support a film. And so, and there's other people that have kind of walked on this idea, thought about it, a lot larger names than myself. And I don't know what they're doing with it, but I know that they thought about it too, because it's in their heart also to see films being made and to see more people learn how to do films and gain the credit so that they can work on all this filmmaking that's happening all over the globe. So that was the idea that I had, and here we are.
It really resonated with me because the year before, we were working with Christie and some others on a below the line film production training type of program, just a regular training program. And we had submitted an application for that training program. We had not, for a grant, we had not received that grant. And so, it was like, okay, we'll just keep moving along. But we really knew that having the workforce here in Memphis was one of the needs for us to be able to attract those larger projects. But even in addition to that, finding a way to hone the skills, because once you go through a training program, if you don't have anywhere to actually work, to put into practice what you have just learned, eventually you could lose it. You know what I'm saying? Especially technology, as fast as it goes. Well, I definitely believe in God and divine intervention, because really, literally a week or so after our conversation, I'm contacted by this company that we had submitted this application to. They reached back and said, hey, we would like to invite you to be a part of our Part 2 program. And that is the Elevate Initiative Part 2 program from Frontline Solutions, funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They were willing, they saw that application and they thought there was something of value in there. They are focused on finding unique ways for individuals, Black and brown individuals, to elevate themselves economically in certain ways. And this would be something very unique and very different, because I guess historically there have not been as many Black and brown individuals in those below the line type jobs. And so they were willing to give us a little seed money to basically use it however. We didn't even have to follow the original application, but use the seed money to do something. And I was like, this would be perfect for us to come up with some sort of apprentice program wrapped around these film productions, so that as these other, because we weren't the only one that was developing this below the line type training. So, and staying in line with our mission, which is basically to provide opportunities, in real life for individuals to put into practice business. This was an opportunity for us to do that on the film side by creating these productions and then giving these apprentice opportunities to these individuals who are coming out of some of these training programs. And so it just basically fit, all together. So Phil, I'm going to kick it. I'm going to allow you to do the honors of making the official announcement of the apprentice program that we are launching here tonight.
Oh, okay. I hope I do a good job with it. On Location Memphis has put together a production called 12th Step. It's a film that I'm currently writing right now. that's going to help us launch this workforce development apprentice program. And what this is going to do is going to enable people to learn in real time the different elements to making a movie. So there'll be all the different departments that people will be able to come under, and they'll be under people who have a lot of experience in those departments. That's going to help give them the training in order to be able to work on other sets. I think that there's that great story, I think that Lynn Zidler told you about the young lady that was working with Hattie Lou Theater. And I guess a production came into town, and she ended up being able to work on that production, and it turned into a career for her. But she had to have an opportunity first. I think she was an apprentice at first, and now she's working all the time. And it's not just the crew. I would say also too, as an actor, it's so different acting on film than it is in theater. It is fantastic. And it was people that like myself that want to do more work in film. We got to be able to practice because it's a completely different deal. But the more we can be ready, then when it comes down to these casting directors and these producers and these directors, they're going to feel even more comfortable casting you because they know that you know what you're doing. And so I'm really excited about this program because it's going to create a lot of opportunity for those that have hope in the film world. And let me just say that, you know, some phenomenal stuff that's happening in Atlanta right now. Hollywood seems to almost have moved to Atlanta. I believe that here in Memphis with this program will prepare people for what very well may happen in the Southeast in general, which would include Memphis. So I'm really excited about the program and what it's all about. And let me just say, you know, like myself, I hope she don't mind me saying this, but Christie wears a lot of hats. But you know, Christie is a screenwriter. And I'm writing the screenplay, and I've had some training, right? I've been paid for screenplays before, but I'm willing to bet that if I were to sit with Christie, she would be able to teach me and show me some things to help me hone my craft. But there's a lot of people that want to write screenplays or writing screenplays, and Christie has the skills to teach them exactly what they need to do in order to write an effective screenplay. So even right here, and then you were an entertainment attorney. All of these changes, there's so much power right here in Memphis that can enable us to do a whole lot here. And even though I go back and forth, I have a place in Atlanta too, I'm still with the spirit of what's happening in Memphis, and I still want to see Memphis grow and do what it needs to do.
Wow. To this point, there's several things, you know, between you and Angela that has been always a mainstay in the community is that you all have focused on the economic piece. You know, me being mainly in radio throughout my years here, but always dabbling in the other parts of the art, is to be able to now say that we are pushing forward so that all the artists are thinking about the economic piece to it. So I just wanted to take a moment and applaud you all for the work you all have been doing in the trenches for years. And to see that you all have now partnered in this way, that we've all partnered in this way, and to see what else develops. And I love the fact that, Darius, that you brought up the point on how in the film industry, and Memphis has a very strong theater community and consistently produces stage work. And to use that as a template on how we can now do film work, which now allows patrons an opportunity who are generous in the theater world to find a way without saying, I'm going to give $1 million.
Right.
To now say, oh, this is how I can help the film community create content. So shout out to you both.
So the name of this new program is the Memphis Movie Production. So I'm going to put up the logo here. It's in ping format, so I'm not sure if people can see it.
Hold on, let's see if we can make something else happen very quickly.
It looks good.
So that's Memphis Movie Production, powered by On Location Memphis. That's what the name of the new program is. And our first film project is 12th Step, written by Darius Wallace. And yeah, we're just happy, to make this offering to the community. And what was really unique about this, just in particular, this project allows us to actually put film and music into play, because both are needed for the business. So film as well, film creators as well as music creators are going to get that education
Yes.
through this film production project that we're doing. We will be using music from the Memphis Music Banq. We will be contracting with a composer who is a part of the Memphis Music Banq. We will be having sessions within the Auteur Club. And so we're going to be looking for, we already have, well, I'll let you announce that we do have a director that we're talking to. But as far as the other positions and that's within the production, we're going to be seeking individuals who are part of the Auteur Club. And so we're encouraging, if you're an actor, if you are professional, below the line professional, any of those people, we're asking you to go ahead and join the Auteur Club. We want this to be an ongoing thing. So if you're a screenwriter, if you have a book that you want adapted or whatever, you too join the Auteur Club, because you never know. We may be reaching out to you for that as well. So it's like everyone who is a part of that film project, or who is a part of film, there's an opportunity for you to get that first thing. If if you're a screenwriter and you want to get that first script produced, this is, a place to look at, because that's what we're here. We're here about teaching that entertainment business through real life application, creating that protected environment for you to actually do business, make some money, and then take those skills that you have learned to the real marketplace. And so that's what we're trying to do here with the Memphis Memphis Music Banq, as well as the Memphis movie production. And we're just thrilled that Darius, brought the idea to us and is working with us to launch it. We are right now in our capital campaign. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Phil, as well as who's already jumped on board with us?
Sure. Because the world is listening, it's actually Darius.
Darius. That's right. Yeah, excuse me.
Well,
Darius.
it's okay. It's confusing. And so people pronounce it all different ways, so it's no problem. But it is Darius.
Darius.
Yeah, we do have some people involved. We have a few donors. Sue Wood, who is on the board of the Michigan Theater Foundation. I worked with Sue way back in the past with Flint Youth Theater, and she's also helping us, but she's has donated, made a pledge. And then also the other two, I believe you could tell us about.
The Tennessee Entertainment Commission. They have already come on board with us, as well as Pinnacle Bank locally here is with us.
Yeah.
So we're very happy, that those organizations and individuals have thought enough about this project to say, yes, we believe it will be of value for the community, and we are going to get behind it financially as well.
Also, I have a question for the. I was supposed to say for people who are watching and will watch this in the replay. How can a person become a patron? What are the qualifications, criteria, and eligibility?
I'll let you answer that.
So anyone can become a patron of this project or this production program. If you're an individual, if you're a business, you can reach out to Darius at onlocationmemphis.org, and just shoot him an email and let him know that you are interested in being a patron of the Memphis movie production. and he will send you that proposal so that you can see the levels that are there, and everything with us being a 501c3, so all the donations are tax deductible. And we would just love to have you to be a part of what we're trying to do. So yeah, so that's essentially, how you would go about becoming a patron of the Memphis movie production and the film 12th Step in particular for this go round.
Are there price points to entry when it comes to donations?
So, so right now the minimum. I hate to give a minimum. Well, the minimum is $1,000. I'll just say that. However, we do have some people who have given, who have come under 1,000, which is fine. So I don't want to deter anyone from being a part of it if they so choose. We will accept any donation amount that anyone chooses to give us. But as far as the proposals come, they're start at 1,000 and go up from there.
Mm-hmm. And I know that we're going to be having some campaigns and some events. So if a person wants to possibly host, as I call those wine and cheese gatherings, where you maybe 10 of your friends come together and assist in raising those funds, also make that a consideration as well. So we want to make sure everyone feels involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say too that those dollars, the thing that excites me more about those dollars is just knowing people who, especially young people, that have a dream and a passion to learn how to do this industry. Yes. Not just as actors, directors, writers, and producers, but as wardrobe artists, makeup artists, lighting designers, sound design, cinematographers, editors. So, we'd love to be able to be a part of helping make this dream come true. And I think what's beautiful too is that On Location Memphis is the umbrella. And, I love the idea of On Location Memphis. It used to be a film festival, but now it's actually dedicated to making movies. So I think that this could be a really phenomenal thing. And I think also too, sort of a pipeline from the theater world in Memphis for those who want to get into film. Now, Angela, I'm gonna have to teach you how to pronounce my name. She's used to calling me Phil, y'all.
I know.
Yes.
Darius.
It's so funny because I have to confess that when I started hearing the middle name, I said, "Who is that?" And then I was like, "Oh, you're talking about Phil, Ian's husband." But yeah, so we understand. We're now Hollywood naming, and we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right.
We're gonna work on it.
Or we're just gonna end up, or we're gonna just tell her, Mr. Wallace, Mr. Wallace.
Mr. Or some people say, it's funny because some people call me D because they're afraid. D, what's up, D?
Yeah. Well, this is truly amazing time for us coming out of the pandemic, and as the industry is resetting itself, that we can be actually a part of the reset when it comes to the indie world, and to be able to draw upon all the creative strengths that Memphis has offered the world for decades, centuries even, when it comes to creativity. So I think that it positions us at a good time at the top, as the world resets, to be in a position to say, yes, we can be a pipeline, because of course Memphis is known globally. It's already a strong brand, and people know that amazingly talented people come from Memphis. And now to be able to have the infrastructure to groom current and future talent is just amazing. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I saw the recent Memphis Film Prize and Indie Memphis, and there's a lot of great voices right here in Memphis. A lot of really, really fantastic voices on all levels. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That we're hoping.
And to now, and now to be able to tie that in with super talented below the line and other people who can help get the work done to the next level this is exciting. And thank you, Mr. Wallace.
Thank you. I enjoyed myself.
If you have a couple more minutes, hopefully you'll stick around for our next segment. We're going to move into our MMB Track of the Month.
Meet like-minded, extraordinary women. Expand your knowledge base and make the right connections.
What NAPFIM is doing and the work that they are creating and honoring women everywhere can't be matched by anything.
Celebrating 20 years of breakthrough networking. NAPFIM.
I think it is extraordinary, first and foremost, but it's absolutely necessary.
NAPFIM is the National Association of Black Female Executives in Music and Entertainment, with 20 networks located across the United States, Canada, and Africa.
It's a place for us to have a voice. It's a place for us to share our voices.
Join NAPFIM and do it today. It's easy.
One of the things that is blessing my life now, 16 years later, is that the genuine relationships that I built in 2002, now those sisters are executives. And it was a NAPFIM sister who hired me.
Join us online at www.napfim.org.
That's the National Association of Black Female Executives in Music and Entertainment, started by one of our very own Johnny Walker. She's the founder, executive director of that organization. We do have a Memphis chapter here, and so we definitely like to give some support. And we're members as well, so we like to give some support to the organization and let people know about them. But they have about 20 chapters across the country. And international. I think they have a couple of chapters over in Africa as well. So if you're interested and you do not have to be just a female to join. They do have male as well as female members. So if you're interested in that organization, networking with people who are in the industry now, from Hollywood to New York to Atlanta to Tennessee, Nashville, they are definitely the organization to look into, and you will find great value there. So now we're going to move into the next segment, which is the Memphis Music Banq Track of the Month. And so this month we are focusing on Jamel Bryson, who's one of our publishers. And this is his song Fab Five. So I'm going to start playing it, and then we're going to see what you all what you think about it.
And this is Jamel?
This is Jamel. Jamel is a local Memphis music creator, primarily instrumentals. He is also...
What category is this?
He's working on his scoring.
Smooth jazz?
Smooth jazz is the category. So Phil, listen to this track. Where do you think it could fit?
I'm hearing coming to a decision to help lift oneself up. And so it's contemplated. So I see the protagonist coming to terms with something but making a decision to win. And so in screenwriting, there's this beat toward the latter part of the film called Dark Night of the Soul. And normally Dark Night of the Soul, this is in life, by the way, too, y'all. This is in life. Normally Dark Night of the Soul is when the protagonist discovers something that they learned earlier that's going to help them win in life. It's going to help them come out of their trauma or their circumstances. So I see the music being around page 85, 90, somewhere in there. where the protagonist is like, I'm finna do this. I'm finna make this work.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That revelation, yeah.
Mhm.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Thank
He
you.
gave us page numbers, y'all. If y'all don't know nothing
Right,
about
right.
that.
You see that. You see professional. So
Okay.
it's Fab Five was the name of that track. Jamel
Okay.
Bryson is
And
the producer.
Jamil?
Jamel Bryson.
Thank you, Jamil, for that. If you're out there, I appreciate your artistry.
And he is that track is available for licensing. All you have to do is go to memphismusicbank.com. If you go to Jamel Bryson's artist page, all of his tracks that he have in the bank are listed right there. And if you want to just learn a little bit more about the Memphis Music Banq, just take a look at this right here. All right, that's the memphismusicbank.com. If you're interested in licensing music, just go right there, and we have a variety of tracks and different genres, and we also do custom content as well. So if you browse and you do not see what you need, please still reach out to us, because we may be able to reach out to one of our producers, and they can create exactly what you need. Still, always quality content, legally sound, reasonably priced. That's our motto. So, okay, well, I think I guess we have come to
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap for this live
MMB
broadcast. Phil Darius.
Yes.
Wallace.
Now, you know what?
Darius.
I can't hear a word you guys are saying. I don't know why, but I saw you pronounce it with your lips, and you did it perfectly. I just know just the way you did your lips. And I'm sorry I can't hear you guys, but I really enjoyed you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This has been a great show, and we look forward to having you here for some amazing things. Everybody, check out Mr. Wallace. Welcome him.
Yes. So we will see you all next month. Until then, good night.